eyes twinkled in the dimming light as she peeled the potatoes, cut up the brown bread, and set out the butter plate on the old plank wood table. "Someday we'll have enough candles to light the whole house every night," Polly promised herself as she watched Mamsie squint at her sewing in the growing dark. Just then Phronsie let out a cry. "It's Ben!" Ben bounded into the kitchen, his chubby face all aglow. His big blue eyes shone honest and true. "Is sup ready, Polly?" Ben asked. "We're hungry," said Joel and Davie, who trailed in after Ben. "Let's eat," Polly said, carrying the plate of potatoes to the table. "Someday we're going to be awfully rich, aren't we, Ben?" Phronsie asked, her mouth half full. "You don't say," Ben said with a chuckle. Then, in a low voice to Polly, he added, "I wish we could be rich now, in time for Mamsie's birthday." "I know," said Polly sadly. "If only we could really celebrate it." "I don't want any other celebration than to look at all of you. I feel perfectly rich right now, and that's a fact," Mrs. Pepper said. Her bright eyes glistened with pride. "If we can only keep together, dears, and grow up good, that's all I ask," she added. After dinner, when all the dishes had been washed and neatly put away, Polly said in a low voice, "Ben, we must have a birthday surprise for Mamsie. We simply must." "How, Polly?" Polly wrinkled her forehead and thought a moment. "Oh, I know. I'll bake her a cake," Polly said in delight. "She will see you bake it," said Ben, who was always very practical, "or she'll smell it, and that would be just as bad." "She won't," said Polly. "Mamsie's going to help Mrs. Henderson tomorrow, so I can bake it then, and we can hide it for the next day's surprise, so there." "Good for you, Polly," said Ben. "You always think of everything." "We'll have it done and out of the way by the time Mamsie comes home," Polly said, checking the cupboard. "Oh, dear, we've only got brown flour. No matter, Grandma Bascom will tell me how to bake a brown flour cake. I'm going to go right over there and ask her." "Wait, Polly," said Ben, and he stopped her from flying off right then and there. "Mamsie will find out if you leave now. And what if the stove stops working the way it always does? What will we do then, Polly?" Ben asked. Polly ran over and shook her fist at the mean old face of the crumbling black stove. "I'll shake it to pieces," Polly said so fiercely that Ben had to laugh. The sound of Ben's laughter brought in all the other children. Ben and Polly told them about the secret birthday cake that Polly was going to bake. The children were so excited that they all stayed up way past their bedtime. Phronsie, who sat straight up on her little stool, blinked and winked to try to stay awake, until she finally tumbled over in a sleepy little heap onto the floor. "I want to go to bed, Polly. Take me," Phronsie murmured. So Polly bundled Phronsie into bed, and all the little Peppers dreamed happily of cake and icing and Mamsie's birthday surprise. The next morning Polly surveyed the neat little kitchen with pride. The floors were neatly swept, the dishes done, and everything was in order. She and the rest of the little Peppers had gotten up extra early to finish the morning chores. Ben gave Polly a secret wink as he went to work at Deacon Blodgett's. The minute Mamsie left, Polly and the 3 youngest Peppers gathered around the old stove to light it. That way it would be nice and hot to bake the cake. Davie brought the wood for the stove. Polly put it into the stove and poked it into a careful little pile. "There, that will work," Polly exclaimed. Then she saw the big black hole in the back of the stove. The clay that Ben had used to fill the hole had fallen out. "What will we do now?" groaned Joel. "We'll fill it with paper," Polly said. "We don't have any," said Joel. "We used the last bit of paper to make kites." "And the kites blew away and got torn to shreds on a tree," Davie added. "Now we can't have cake," Joel cried. "No cake?" asked Phronsie. Her eyes filled with tears and her lip began to tremble. Davie ran into his room. 2 seconds later he returned with the top of a leather boot he'd found in the road. It was one of his greatest treasures. "We can cram it into the hole."